Hi guys, and welcome back. Can I just say, that was one of the most successful mornings I have had in a long time. So, we have had a rough few months. My little son is just going through a phase of not listening. It is taking forever to get out the door. I forget that their shoes are dirty, they're wet, they're not clean, they only want to wear those shoes, and I've just been going through a really testing period where I'm finding my voice is getting louder and louder and louder in the mornings just to get my kids dressed, beds made, and ready for school. So I've made some changes. Well, they're not changes, these are things we used to do, and I think I had just lost the motivation, and then looking back I realized how important they actually were. So how to have a successful morning routine is to get ready the night before. Yes, when your kids go down to bed, whether you're a full-time stay-at-home parent, a full-time working parent, a solo parent, as soon as those kids' heads hit those pillows, clean your kitchen, get it prepped for the next day. So I put I put the dishes on to wash when the kids go down and unload it in the morning because I am at home. If you are a working parent, I highly recommend putting the dishwasher on. It takes about an hour, hour and a half to do. And in that time, you can pack school lunch boxes, get school bags ready, get any washing done. When it finishes, unload it. So in the morning, your dishwasher is ready for you. Have breakfast, put it in the dishwasher, kitchen's clean. School bags, I always pack them the night before. I make sure they've got their favorite toy. My kids have naps at daycare still, so they've got their blankets to take with them, their drink bottles, anything the school requires for them to have, I make sure it's done. I check my board to see if there's any activities on that day. Our school sends us out, or the daycare sends us out emails probably every couple of weeks with activities that are coming up. I instantly write them on my board. The night before school, I go through and check to see if there are any activities. Pajama day, red nose day, bring your bear to school day, all that kind of stuff, and get it ready. I cannot predict how my kids are going to sleep, and I cannot predict the mood they will wake up in, but I can be organized. So if it is a rough morning, I don't have to worry about finding shoes, they don't have clothes, getting their morning milks ready, breakfast, all that sort of stuff. It is planned and ready to go. So one of the most successful mornings I have had. Drop off at daycare went really well. I've just gotten home, I'm having a cup of tea. We walk to daycare, so I'm gonna have a cup of tea. For my mornings to go quite smoothly, what I also do is I have a list of things that are gonna get done for the day. And I know this morning I've actually got 2 deliveries coming. One is the meat from Maranoa Farm, which is where we get all our red meat from. I have been asked to share that, so I'm actually gonna do an unboxing of it today. I purchased it. It is not gifted, this is not sponsored, this is not an ad, it's just really good quality meat for a very cost-effective price compared to large supermarket chains. They just cut out the middleman, so I thought I'd share that with you. And I think the other thing coming today is either a Father's Day present, which I hope it is because it's Father's Day on Sunday and today's Friday, so there's no more deliveries coming this week. Or I've actually ordered the kids lunch boxes. So they have a snack box now. So if we go out anywhere, I can put some snacks in it for them, but I've actually got them a lunch box. We're starting to go out and do more activities for Father's Day. We actually celebrated Father's Day last weekend because we didn't want to hit the mass of people that would go to a zoo. Thank you, COVID. So we actually spent Father's Day last weekend. So for my husband, my kids got annual passes to a local zoo, so we went last weekend, so that was loads of fun. But we got there and they ate all their snacks and then they got really hungry, so on the way home we had to buy food for them, which is fine. But if I had bigger lunch boxes, I could have prepared like more sandwiches, bigger foods for them. So I think that's coming today. But look, today I'm going to pare back a little bit. Nothing super exciting going on. I do need to get to the shop, so it's 9:15 now. Most of the shops open at 10. New trading hours are like 10 till 4 in most shopping centers due to COVID. A couple more Christmas presents. So if I can time that between deliveries coming and getting out to the shops, I will, but let's just see how we go. Okay, I'm in my car. I'm heading out to the shops. So I have got a board delivery that came through this morning, so I thought let's test my patience here, get the board posted. I'm gonna pop in and grab some butter because I've decided I'm gonna make some donuts today. Yep, homemade donuts. I'm gonna take them for the kids this afternoon and get back before the meat man comes. Now he just knocks on the door and leaves it and goes, and I'm literally gonna be 20 minutes Do you reckon I can get there and back before he comes? Let's see. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, I just got back. Shoes off. I beat the meat man home. I am going to now test myself even further, and it's still only morning, and this is just like a morning vlog, so I thought I would cook some homemade donuts. It is a fiddly process. Most of my cooking is very, very simple. This is fiddly, so I'm not gonna talk. I'm gonna do a voiceover and explain it to you, and I'm just gonna get on to cook it. Also bearing in mind, my meat is due here in the next hour and a bit, so I'm gonna get very, very sidetracked, so enjoy. So for the donut recipe, look, it's probably a more detailed recipe than what I would usually make, but these are probably worth it, okay? So what you will need is 4 cups of flour. I use self-raising flour. You can use plain flour. You need 1 cup of warm milk. I just put mine in the microwave for like 30 seconds to warm up. You need two teaspoons of active dried yeast. Now, I only have instant yeast in my house, and it worked fine. I think having instant yeast is a very handy thing to have in your pantry, very versatile. I actually keep one in the freezer. Apparently it just helps keep it alive or not alive and not get weevils. I don't know. Anyway, let's go on. 2 teaspoons of salt. You need a 1/4 cup of sugar. White sugar, caster sugar is what I used. 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I only had vanilla bean paste. That's what I use. I guess you could use any kind of sweetening agent for them. 2 eggs and a 1/4 cup of unsalted butter. Now, I used normal salted butter. Didn't know the difference. I don't think it really mattered. Now, this part's probably the easiest part of the recipe. All you need to do is warm your milk and add to it the instant yeast and let that bubble away. It's supposed to bubble and sort of activate the yeast. Mine's instant and it didn't really bubble, but it didn't matter. What you're then going to do is literally put all your ingredients into the mixing bowl and let it knead. That's it, pretty simple. Now I have a KitchenAid. KitchenAids are quite handy because I do have a dough hook, and you will see me change this attachment to the dough hook. If you don't have a KitchenAid, use your normal mixer just to bring the ingredients together, and then you'll probably need to put it out on the bench and let it knead for a bit. So I'm just going to let myself here put all the ingredients in a bowl and get it mixing. So this is probably where the more complex part comes into the recipe. Look, it's not hard. It's just most of my recipes are quite simple. And this one here, obviously you're making donuts. It's a little bit more to it. So you need to make sure that the dough is nice and silky and smooth. And you're going to roll it out with a rolling pin after dusting down your counterbench. to about 1.5 centimeters, depending on how thick you want your donuts to turn out. Now, these do rise quite well when you do fry them off, and I'll show you later. So I think I've got mine rolled out to be about 1 centimeter thick. Look, you're going to use a cookie cutter. You're going to cut them how you want them. I made some just round. I made some into actual, like the donuts with the donut holes, whatever suits your needs. These need to rest or prove, I think they call it, for 1 to 2 hours, depending on how warm the weather is. So I've actually got mine in a baking tray where I can just lay a tea towel over it and put it in a warm section in the kitchen and just let it prove and rise for 1 to 2 hours. And then you can actually start the cooking process and putting them into some vegetable oil to cook. So if you follow me on my Instagram, you would know that we budget $140 a week for groceries and I allow $10 a week, so $150 for our red meat. We purchase our red meat from Maranoa Farm. They do beef and lamb, and this is a huge pack I have ordered because it's going into summer and we tend to have more barbecues and, to be honest, probably have more meat. But let me show you what came this week, or let me show you what came this time. This is the third pack we have purchased. And this one here, I actually got a lot more. So we've got sausages. They package them, I think, into bundles of 6 or 8. So I've got plenty of sausages. I think I've got 6 kilos of mince, and they put them into 500-gram portions. It's all vacuum sealed. So great, because you can just literally chuck it straight into the freezer. They have made up some beautiful rissoles. They look really nice. So again, perfect for our family because my husband would have 2, I would have 2, the kids would have 1, and 1 left over for my husband's lunch the next day. So these can all literally just go straight into the freezer. These came in our last pack. They are really nice and juicy and great for like a steak burger. So in these packs here, I've got 6 in each pack. 6 or 8 in each pack, I can't tell, to be quite honest. And then some lovely, more mince, and then some diced beef. I've got some really nice looking rump steaks there, which should go great on the barbecue marinated. Some eye fillets there. I think you can just tell by the quality of those. This is how like dark red the meat is. It's really nice. And then a really nice roast. So I think I could season that with like a cracked pepper seasoning or a nice rub. And to be honest, probably put that on the barbecue. Corn on the cob, roast potatoes or baked potatoes on the barbecue, and a big salad. And that would get us through for like 2 or 3 days over summer. Perfect. So this was kind of perfect timing. By the time the meat came and I put it away and then a quick tidy up, it was ready to cook these donuts. Now, pretty simple. You put vegetable oil into a pan, into a pot, you let it get hot, and you put your donuts in, and it only takes about 30 seconds each side and they are cooked. I end up rolling mine. You can probably just see the bowl slightly to the left of the screen. I ended up rolling them in some sugar and cinnamon. You could fill them with a filling, jam, Nutella, whatever you'd want to do for them. They turned out really yum. These actually came to pick my children up from daycare that afternoon, so a very, very nice treat for them. Be very careful cooking the donuts in this oil. It can get very hot, and if you don't lay them in carefully, they can splutter. I can recommend as well, don't have the oil too hot because they will cook too quick and burn on the outside and not cook inside, like in the middle of them. They come out too gooey, so just keep that in mind when you are cooking. I think these are a great little thing to have if you've got guests coming over for like a morning tea. To be honest, they're not great the next day. They just don't hold their moisture and texture that well, if that makes any sense. So this is just me cooking them off here. I didn't finish the end product because I was literally running late to pick the kids up from school. But look, this is my productive morning that I had that kind of turned into the afternoon. I really hope you enjoyed this kind of video. I'd love for you to comment below what your favorite part was. And look, as always, we will talk again soon, guys. Thanks for watching.